Shouldn't give you any more trouble, Mrs. Richards, but if it does, you just call Herbie's Lock Shop.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I was just working on your neighbor's door here. It was sticking and it needed a drop of love. Hi.
Yes?
I was just working across the hall on the door lock, and I was wondering. I see you got a Meyerhausen 274.
A what?
Your door lock. It's nice. That's a very dependable model.
Oh, thank you. Is that all?
Well, you got to adjust these Meyerhausens every once in a while. Sometimes they jam up.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, if you need anybody to look at it, just call Herbie. Hey, that's my name right there on the back of the shirt.
How clever. It matches your name exactly.
And you're M.B. Scoggins.
See, it matches my name, too.
These Meyerhausens are very tricky.
Mine works fine. Thank you. Goodbye.
See? You never can tell when they're going to jam up.
We never did that before.
Sometimes they can go just like that.
Can you fix it?
Well, it's after closing hours.
Well, I'll just have to call somebody else.
Well, maybe I could give it a quick look. Well, that's all a part of Herbie's service. You might say I like to keep my customers locked up tight.
Will it take long?
Well, it's difficult to say until I open it up. Were you going out tonight, Miss Scoggins?
I was.
Dinner in some romantic restaurant?
Not exactly.
Or maybe to a nightclub, then, to see a show. Drink champagne, dance the night away.
On a weeknight?
Well, what difference does it make when one is looking for a meaningful moment?
I don't need a meaningful moment. I need my lock fixed.
Right. That's one thing you can say about Herbie Simmons. I'm not going to let life pass me by. No, sir. I'm going to reach out and grab it by the throat.
Before you do that, would you mind grabbing the lock first?
Right. Yeah, that should do it.
Oh, thank goodness. What is it? What's wrong?
It's nothing. It's just an old war wound. It bothers me when I've been in a certain way sometimes.
An old war wound?
From an old war. I'd rather not talk about it.
Is there anything I can do?
No. It'll go away in a few hours. Or days. My, it certainly is a nice apartment you have there.
I like it.
Hello, fella. I see you have a Nephrolesis exaltata bastionesis.
Do you like plants?
It's just a hobby. Plants are so essential to those of us with delicate, sensitive natures.
Yes. Yes, they are.
This little rascal needs circulating air, you know. I suppose you have a lock for your window so that you can leave it open while you're away.
No, I don't have a lock on the window.
You don't?
No.
Well, it doesn't matter. Probably won't happen for a while anyway.
What? Probably won't happen for a while anyway.
Leaf rot. Happens when a plant can't get enough air.
Really? Well, then I've got to have locks on my windows. Do you happen to have a...
I may. Now, the window will remain fixed in this position until you deactivate the lock.
Uh-huh.
Your plants will live, Miss Scoggins.
Thank you, Mr. Simmons.
They may never play the violin again, but they'll live. Well, I I guess you have to get ready.
Ready?
To go out.
Oh, yes. How much do I owe you?
Well, never mind. I'll drop the bill off later.
Okay.
When I come by to install a Meyerhausen 314 for Mrs. Johnson. Poor woman.
What's wrong with Mrs. Johnson?
Somebody broke into her refrigerator. Stole her $100 caviar, some of her imported cheese, and 2 bottles of champagne she was chilling.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that could never happen to you.
I've got something more valuable than all of that in my refrigerator. I've got beef.
Lock on that. Well, now nobody can break in there. That's a Meyerhausen 550 with a double-action deadbolt.
I'm very grateful.
Well, even if it doesn't work, you can always pick up the phone and call the police.
Yeah.
That is, if your phone still works.
What do you mean if my phone still works?
Well, I remember an emergency a couple of weeks back. A woman accidentally knocked the phone off the hook, and it blew out a circuit at the main office.
You're kidding.
But don't worry, Miss Scoggins. That couldn't happen to you. Could it? You couldn't knock it off the hook with a sledgehammer.
I feel so safe with you here.
You do?
I mean, before you came along, I didn't even know I was in trouble.
And the nights shall be filled with music. The cares that infest the day shall fold up their tents like the Arabs and silently steal away.
That's beautiful.
It's a Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam.
You must do a lot of reading.
Yes, but I'm not skydiving.
Skydiving?
Yeah. Well, it keeps the nerves tuned up. A man in my profession has to have a clear eye and a steady hand.
You're really very accomplished, Mr. Simmons.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, I guess that takes care of everything.
Yes, well, I guess it does.
Can't be too careful these days.
No, you certainly can't.
Yeah, well, I guess you'll be okay. As long as you don't forget.
Forget?
Oh, it's nothing. Never mind.
Oh, well, forget what?
You're not the kind of woman who goes to pieces easily, are you?
I'm not?
I think I can tell you.
Tell me what?
About Lucille.
Lucille?
She was my only failure as a locksmith.
Oh.
I'm too ashamed to talk about
You must talk about it.
it. My own sister.
What about your sister?
Well, I installed locks on her doors, her windows, her refrigerator, her phones. But I forgot one. Oh, forget it.
What?
The bathroom cabinet.
Bathroom cabinet.
And the dresser drawers.
You should have put locks on those.
Oh, gosh, yes. Think of the medicines, when taken properly under a physician's orders, are so helpful. But when there are strangers in the house, I'm not told strangers, but friends,
Yes.
new friends,
Yes,
friends
yes.
of friends. And they're children, the little innocent children. It's the children, really.
Lock them up.
Well, that's all of it. There's nothing left for me to do. You probably think you don't need the vital master lock that controls all of the other.
Put it on!
There. Now you're completely safe. And you just pull out this antenna and hit this button, and you activate every lock in the apartment.
You're sure it'll work?
Positively. When you come home tonight, you just push that button, nobody can get in or out.
Oh, well, I don't think I'll be going out.
Really?
I think it would be better to stay home.
Well, you might be missing a big time.
No. I was just going to a movie with a girlfriend.
Girlfriend? Well, I was thinking of going to a movie myself.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, with this guy I know. But I don't think I want to go. He's kind of dull.
You're nice, Herbie. I like you.
Thank you. You too, M.B. Scoggins.
Mary Beth.
Mary Beth.
Well, if you're not going to your movie, would you like a glass of wine or something?
I'd love one.
Okay.
If you're sure you're not going to.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, while I'm pouring the wine, just make yourself comfortable. If you want some music, there's a stereo behind you.
Okay.
I don't hear any music. Did you push the right button?
Oh boy, did I?